Hey, what's up everyone? Crypto Patrick here. I hope you guys are all doing awesome out there today. Well, I want to do a video for you guys today about showing you how the market, there's a lot of experts that are saying that the market might actually hit this 1 trillion, maybe even, my guess is $2 trillion by the end of this year. We could see, a 60,000 spike into Bitcoin and then drop down to $40,000. This would mean that a second wave of investors is coming into the market right now, or it's going to start coming after the Chinese Lunar New Year. And the prediction is, the market's going to start bouncing back, I'd say mid-March to the end of April when the tax season comes back and there's a lot more money infused in the market. We'll see the second wave of investors come in, and then we'll see Bitcoin and all these coins reaching an all-time high. And there is some favorable news, guys, about Bitcoin coming out with Microsoft saying they're going to support the Lightning Network, and they're going to start, they think that it can make Bitcoin be way faster, and it'll basically make transaction times and confirming these Bitcoin transactions really fast. So this could be a huge spike in Bitcoin's price too. There's with this favorable news that just came out from Microsoft. So what I want to show you guys today is where we're at in the market. And before we get into this, if you guys are new to my videos, make sure you guys hit that like button. And subscribing is not a bad idea. I do news videos all the time. I do giveaways for XRP. And I show you guys how to Bitcoin mine with BITCLUB network. It's like one of the biggest mining pools in the world for Bitcoin. They consistently do about 4% of the world's Bitcoin. So I'll show you guys that at the end here. But what I want to show you right now is where we're at in the market. If you guys look right now, we're on $417 billion. The market's been pretty stable around like 390 to, I'd say about 450, the $450 billion range. And that's been about, we found a little line of support over here around the like $430 billion mark. And that's pretty good, guys, because, with Bitcoin, we want to find this level of support where, like, once it spikes, where it could come back down to, and we can kind of find like a little safety net for Bitcoin and for all these other ones. So if you guys look right here around January 14th, this is actually the global charts right here, and we were around 700 billion market cap. Then we saw this huge drop off. This is around, a little bit before. I think this drop off happened a little bit before the Chinese Lunar New Year was about to happen. A lot of Asian money came out. We saw a lot of weak hands. We saw investors, pulling out in the markets in South Korea and all these places where regulation was happening. Then we saw this huge dip around right after Christmas, which was the Lunar New Year starting. Then I think people in the U.S. and other places started buying up the dips. Then we started seeing a huge dip. I think this is from the Asia market, where we got all the way down to, like we hit that really low spot, you guys, of the, 290, $billion. That's probably the lowest low we've seen in a while. And then I think a lot of people in the U.S. are still buying up right now. And for you guys people that don't know, the Chinese Lunar New Year is going on for about, it starts on Friday and then it will end on Wednesday. But I think for like about a week after, we're going to feel the effects of a lot of Asian countries that have took their money out to buy presents, because it's one of the biggest mass migrations in the world. And looking at this right now, guys, like, why did it flatline? I'm going to show you something on the market on why we think it's going to go up right now. So here's an article on CNBC, and this is from Jesse Powell, the founder of Kraken. And if you guys want to know what Kraken is, I'll just pull it up for you right now. But let me show you right now just so you can see it. Here we go. Okay, so this is Kraken. Kraken, Jesse Powell. All right, here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Kraken Bitcoin Exchange. So basically, he's the founder of a Bitcoin of the big exchange. If you guys haven't used Kraken, I've used it a few times. It's actually not that bad, and you guys can kind of take a look at this if you want to. You can go on the website. But what I want to show you here is he basically says that, asked whether he thought capitalization of cryptocurrencies would hit the $1 trillion mark in 2018. He said basically, the entire cryptocurrency market is going to reach this $1 trillion this year, and I'm going to go a little bit farther and say 1.5 to 2 trillion by the end of the year, guys. He's the CEO of the crypto market. He said you're going to see an acceleration in growth, meaning like a second wave of investors are going to come in, despite the pullbacks we've seen in the recent weeks. Right now, we know that the market is in the red. Like, taking a look at it right now, this you can kind of see right here. Bitcoin dominance has been stable. We found everything's been kind of flatlining. Look at flatline right here, flatline right here, flatline right here. It's been like that for about 7 days. We've kind of seen just little red, shallow reds about, I would say like 1 to 5% reds. You can kind of see right here about 1 to 5%, 2% reds. Not that much, just a little bit of change here and there, which is not it's not bad. It's basically been like pretty stable prices. We've seen like this line of support. just like a little shallow Red Sea. You know, stable prices is going to be common and it's going to be good for us, you guys. And if you look right here, we have Bitcoin. It's at 8,600. Hasn't really changed. Ethereum at 8,400. Ripple at $1. Bitcoin Cash has been at 1,232. This has actually gone up a lot from the BitClub network announcing that they're going to start using it as their main thing to pay for, you know, as their main accepted payment, while the Bitcoin fees are still high before the Lightning Network's on. You know, when the Lightning Network comes back, I'm sure they'll switch back over. You know, Litecoin's still at that 150 mark. Everything has found a little line of support. So this is good for the market, guys. I mean, like nothing, you know, nothing has changed that much. And the trade volume is still pretty low at 17 billion right there. I think it could, you know, that could go up a lot, but it's all kind of stayed, you know, around that. Yeah, that's why I've been saying that 390 to 450 billion dollar mark. And if we look right here, we can see some of the biggest changes in the last 24 hours. We had Z Classic has been up a lot. This Reverend, Ethereum Classic, you actually mine this on BitClub Network, Chainlink, Stellar. These are the ones that have seen a lot of change in the last 24 hours. And I think Reverend is actually kind of a cool one. We can kind of take a look at that one real quick if you guys want to see it. And this one went up from like 7 cents, guys, to like, I think $3. So people made some crazy gains on this one. And it's basically the first review platform built with blockchain technology. You can like review things, and it's on KuCoin. It's on, you know, it's got a lot of good investors, but if you want to look at how much of a gain this had, guys, it's absolutely crazy. Like, just look at this right here. Okay, so the all-time it came in at around like 7 cents. You could have came in right when it come on the market at 7 cents. This is why I promote ICOs and stuff too. And now it is up to $3. That is insane gains, guys. I mean, you could have made a lot of money from that one. But going back to this article, you know, this guy's basically saying, this Jesse Powell, he's basically saying that we're going to hit this $1 trillion mark. And cryptocurrencies are at that 417 billion right now, you know, from the data on coinmarketcap. I think that they think it's going to hit an all-time high of around 800 billion. He said that like basically people like got used to that 800 billion mark and they thought that they were going to see it forever. But I think the 800 billion mark is going to come back around, you know, I would say like end of April. About the end of April, we'll see that. And going into the summer, we can hit the 1 trillion. And then going into September to December, I think that's when we're going to see that $2 trillion mark, and I think that's when we're going to see Bitcoin double its all-time high. All those other coins come along with it. You know, that's my market prediction. I'm not a financial advisor. Make your own decisions. But if that happens, guys, we're going to see a lot going on here. And then here's another article from the Winklevoss twins. And if you guys don't know who the Winklevoss twins are, they became the first billionaires of cryptocurrency. So basically, they valued, they came in when Bitcoin was valued at $120, and they must have bought a lot of them, guys. And based on their assessment of gold, which is currently valued at 7 trillion, they predicted the appreciation is going to be 30 to 40 times that, and Bitcoin will be priced above $320,000. So they're making a really bold prediction. I think 320,000 would be, you know, maybe like 4 or 5 years from now. But who knows with this market? I mean, I'm predicting a double of the all-time high every market. So that means it'd be like 80,000 a year from now. You know, from there, maybe it could even double that and be 160,000. But if you look at 100 billion market cap today, we might as well be more like 200. So it's actually a buying opportunity. There's a potential appreciation of 30 to 40 times because you look at gold market today is 7 trillion, and a lot of people are starting to recognize the store of value properties in Bitcoin, regardless of the price moves in the last few weeks. It's very underappreciated asset. So they're just saying it's an underappreciated asset. You know, these guys are huge. The Winklevoss twins are, you know, these guys are doing really well, guys. And they know, I mean, you got to kind of listen to people like this because they're experts. And also Cliff High came out with a report saying this. And if you want to see that, I'll just kind of pull it up real quick. This is another reason why I think it's going to happen. So I'm trying to just put out the facts here, and you guys can kind of make your own decisions. Watch this, 64,000. This guy's been right about a lot of predictions. He uses like a web bot. Cliff High, here it is, 6 days ago. Bitcoin prediction. This Cliff High report, you guys can kind of read about, you know, what he does, but he gathers data from all over the internet and uses a web bot. And then he says Bitcoin will reach this high of 64,000 by April, which is pretty crazy, guys. And although it would be expected to see a 30% drop from initial high, this would bring the value to the mid-40s. So that's right on line with the Kraken Jesse Powell guys. He even goes as far as say we might reach 100,000 this year. If that happened, we would probably see a 30% drop to 70,000. So, I mean, these are all possible prices, guys. This is why I wouldn't get out of cryptocurrency yet. This is a buying opportunity. You know, if this happens, I mean, this is going to be really, really, really big news. And obviously, people, you know, there's a lot of people creating FUD on the like basically on the news channels. They're doing smear campaigns, saying, look, Bitcoin's ending, this is that, but you know, it's not ending. This is just the beginning, guys. And for you guys who don't know about the Chinese Lunar New Year, this is what's going on right now. And this is why a lot of money's pulled out of the market. So when is the Chinese New Year and what is it going on? Basically, it says Chinese New Year takes place from December 31st and January 1st. And here's the information you need to know is Chinese New Year begins Friday, February 16th. The celebration is tipped for 2 weeks. And people are basically traveling all over China. And the New Year's falls between January 1st and February 20th. They basically ring bells. They go travel. There's a mass migration. A lot of money's pulled out. There's a lot of people just celebrating right now, guys, in the market. We know that all the people that live in the Asia continent, there's just so many people over there, and they're all pulling their money out of these, you know, of like cryptocurrencies right now. So I mean, we got to kind of take that into factor when we think about what's going on with Bitcoin right now. And if you look right here, it just kind of says that they've been doing this holiday for a long time. Here's the dates right here, guys. We know that it's coming up on Friday the 16th. Here's the start of it. And so it's going to go all the way till Wednesday. And I think what's going to happen, guys, after this Lunar New Year goes through is we're going to see a lot more things happening in the market. So if you look right here, let me just show you guys something real quick. I'll just show you the market cap of what I think is going to happen. I think we're going to hit the all-time high of, you know, we're going to come back around the end of March. Beginning of, you know, April is going to come with the tax season rolling around, and then we're going to start seeing that all-time high of Bitcoin around that 813 mark. And I think by summertime we're going to get up to that 1 trillion, and then start going towards that 2 trillion. That's going to be the double of Bitcoin. We're probably going to see like a, you know, if we look at Bitcoin right now, let's just look at it. If we're at Bitcoin. Let me get out of the 24-hour trade volume. Go to the market cap. If we're at, you know, this Bitcoin right here, and we come there and we see, if we see 33% of 2 trillion of Bitcoin, if this gets to 2 trillion, that would be Bitcoin market cap at 666 to 700 billion dollars, guys, and that would mean it would 5x. So 5x Bitcoin right now would be about 40,000. 5 times 8, 40. You know, we'd see $40,000 Bitcoin, and that's gonna. I think that'll happen by the end of the year. And if that happens, guys, there's gonna be a lot of millionaires made overnight. My friend Sean's gonna be a millionaire. You know, I promote Bitcoin mining because of this. This is like one of the main reasons why I think that we should get into Bitcoin right now and be part of this. You know, the market's just seen this flat line for the last, you know, 7 days. It's not going to stay that way. The Winklevoss twins basically said that with Bitcoin, it's going to be a store of value because there's going to be a lot of machine-to-machine learning first, and then we're going to start getting more person-to-person, which means you're going to pay, you know, you're going to pay with Bitcoin more at like gas stations and stores. But we already have debit cards coming out. You can already use fiat money on Bittrex. They said they're going to start using fiat money to pay for all these altcoins, 190 of them Bittrex, meaning Coinbase is going to have to step up to the plate and probably add Ripple. We're probably going to see, you know, my prediction is that 1.5 to $2 trillion mark, $40,000 Bitcoin. It could spike up to 60. You know, all these people, the Cliff High, Jesse Powell, the Winklevoss twins. I think there's a lot of good speculation and info going on there. And then we'll see a 5x gain on Bitcoin if it stays at this, you know, if Bitcoin dominance stays around this like 34%. You know, that's what it'll mean, you guys. Just make sure this could be a really good buying opportunity. And if you're not into cryptocurrency mining right now, just remember one thing too is there's a lot of mining going on in Iceland right now. Cryptocurrency mining in Iceland is so much energy that the electricity may run out. This is just probably FUD, guys, fear, uncertainty, and doubt by the news media. But there is a lot of cryptocurrency mining going on in there. And one of the biggest companies is the one I support, guys, and it's BITCLUB Network. And BITCLUB Network is the best company because they consistently, guys, let me show you something up here. All right, guys, they consistently, if you go to blockchain.info, mine, you know, 3.4 to 4.6% of the world's Bitcoin. They have the biggest facility in Iceland. You don't see Genesis, you don't see Hashflare. They actually hook a rig up in your name, and you can compound your earnings, meaning that you can take, instead of taking all your commissions out from your mining rig during your, you know, you do it for a 1,000-day contract, you can actually, let me show you guys something right here. Yeah, but what you can do is actually repurchase from 0 to 100. You can set it at 100% repurchase and get more shares of more mining pools. Pool 2, pool 3, which is higher, which gets more commissions, guys. And then you can work your way up to founder from your original investment. If you can come in at one of these different pools, it's better. But you can work your way up, guys, with repurchasing. And the way that works is like, when you repurchase, you get more shares into more mining equipment. So you get more 1,000 days. So you'll never run out. So they do these mining pools to keep up with the difficulty of Bitcoin. With all these people coming into Bitcoin, it takes a lot more computer power to solve these problems. These computers get about 100 degrees even in Iceland. So it's using up so much power over there. You know what I mean? They have articles on it even. Their electricity might run out. Obviously, they're not going to run out. You can go to Nevada even and see like solar panels everywhere, but they're mining a lot of Bitcoin over there. And BITCLUB network, guys, is just, it is one of the best. And here's what it looks like when you're mining. So I took a screenshot of it just so you guys can kind of see what it looks like here. But from this original $500 share, this is what I did. You get another 750 days, 782 days, 914 days. These are more shares into the mining pool. Look at 0.05, 0.5, 0.1. So you can mine indefinitely if you compound your earnings, and then you can start taking commissions out. You want to work your way up to that founder position, or you want to come in as a founder. But basically, here's what your earnings look like. I'll show you guys some of my earnings too. You get these commissions like all day long, 30 cents, 2 cents. I get like $200 ones. I'll show you one of mine that I have on here right now. Okay, I'm signed in right now. Here's my Bitcoin one. These are just from some commissions I got. $200 on the 29th, $200 on the 14th, $200 on the 1st. This is 2018, guys. 12/4, another $200. I mean, I'm making all kinds of commissions from this company right now. The mining shares. If you want to be an entrepreneur and do referrals, they have a great referral program. That's what's good about it too. It's just freaking. It's like an awesome company. So here's another mining payout. What it looks like right now. You can kind of see the different shares that you get. You get these all throughout the day though, just constantly. It's higher paying than Genesis. It's higher paying than Hashflare. That's why you come in at these pools, is because you get to compound. You're not just buying, hash power. You're actually buying equipment that's purchased in your name. And if you don't want it, they'd actually send you the equipment in the mail home. But you're joining different mining pools as long as you're compounding, guys. And then you can also come in with Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, Zcash, Monero, which is pretty cool too. Just remember, if you're in the US, you guys need a IP switcher called ANONYMOX. So just check this out. This is a link in the description too. You guys can check it out. But if you're in the US, they don't want to, just like Coinbase is getting summoned for all these people, just type in ANONYMOX for Google Chrome. You can use it. But I recommend, guys, if Bitcoin's going to go up, we should all be mining Bitcoin. This is one of the best companies to use here. I totally support it. It's got like 300,000 members. It's been around for 3 years. And you can make a lot of money doing this. My friends made about 20 Bitcoins. I just showed you all those $200 payouts I got. The product is mining. You are mining. And with compounding, guys, you are going to be purchasing up to a founder position, and it unlocks a lot more earning potential, way higher earning than Genesis or any of the other ones. And they're actually mining, more Bitcoin than all these other cloud mining companies say. None of those other cloud mining companies are on the hash rate distribution. And as the level of difficulty increases, guys, you need to have mining pools to, solve this problem. Doing it yourself, you're not going to, the electricity cost alone would not be worth it. So that's why they have these mining pools. That's why BITCLUB Network is a very good company if you're into cryptocurrency. And then you can use your profits and start, reinvesting into ICOs, other coins, and it's not as risky if you get paid daily, Bitcoin. My friend makes his sole money from BITCLUB Network just having 2 founder positions. You can make I think they said 10 Bitcoin or 5 to 10 Bitcoin, guys, in 10 Bitcoin in 5 years if you have 2 founder positions. So I mean, that all depends on the level of difficulty of Bitcoin. But I mean, this is a really good no-brainer if you're trying to make daily profits, and you can compound your earnings, meaning you can mine Bitcoin indefinitely. Okay, that's it, guys. I really hope Bitcoin reaches that $40,000. There's a lot of good news coming up. We're gonna wait for those second wave of investors, so don't freak out if you're on my channel, and be ready for this because the bull run is coming. And then that's it, guys. And I'll do some more videos soon. Peace out.